Today's case is from Japan. This 1993 case, the Saitama dog lover murders, occurred in Kumayaka, Saitama Prefecture. Missing and murdered puppy shop clients are the plot. Their goods were burned and their bodies were mutilated and disposed away, making them borderless murder victims. Before a comparable case in Osaka, they remained unresolved due to a lack of evidence. The Saitama dog lover murders deserve greater examination. On April 21, 1993, in Saitama Prefecture, Japan, family reported Kawasaki Aikyo missing when he didn't return home. They discovered he visited Africa Kennel in Kumayaka City, Saitama Prefecture, before disappearing. Zakin Gen and Kazama Hiroko ran the shop. Kawasaki disappeared after complaining to the couple for selling him an old ordinary dog disguised as a rare Rhodesian Ridgeback for a lot of money. His automobile was recovered near a station, but he was missing. Kawasaki, what happened? After meeting the pet shop couple, 2 Yakuza gang members and a lady who knew them disappeared, according to police. Lack of proof prevented them from continuing their probe. In 1995, a dog lover murder case in Osaka raised questions about its connection to the 4 missing Saitama dog lovers. News of the Saitama couple prompted the relatives of the first victim, Kawasaki, to reinvestigate. Zakin, the shopkeeper, was a suspect. He claimed he could win a gold medal in murder if it were an Olympic event. He liked boasting about his crimes. Many times he boasted to Yakuza's friend that he had murdered 30 people and shared venison, despite never hunting. Police suspected Zakin gave the Yakuza human flesh to dispose of the bodies he killed. The police had strong suspicions but no proof, so nearly 2 years passed. An accomplice of this pair confessed, revealing what happened. Let's examine the case using the accomplice's testimony. Zakin Gen and Kazama Hiroko were famous Alaskan Malamute breeders in the 1980s. However, the Japanese crisis reduced sales, and the building extension put the couple in debt. Their firm survived on defrauding people and making immoral profits. They sold common dogs as rare breeds for a lot of money. They kept scamming while hunting for other victims. Zakin saw Kawasaki, who ran an industrial trash removal business with his brother in Kuda City, Saitama Prefecture. After the recession, Kawasaki started a competition while managing his firm to find a new business. Zakin showed Kawasaki a Rhodesian Ridgeback and informed him that if 2 were crossed, he could sell the puppies for a lot. Zakin told Kawasaki the 2 dogs cost 11 million yen, or about $81,000. Kawasaki bought 2 Rhodesian Ridgebacks, believing they would make him a lot of money. Soon after, Kawasaki learned from a friend that Rhodesian Ridgebacks cost $760 each, and that the male dog was too old to procreate. Zakin duped him. Kawasaki immediately sought a refund at the pet shop, but Zakin refused, forcing him to threaten legal action. Second, Zakin and his wife Kazama chose not to reimburse Kawasaki. They decided to eliminate him. On April 20, 1993, the pair took Kawasaki into a remote garage and fed him a narcotic capsule disguised as a nutritional supplement. They promised to refund his money. Kawasaki died after voluntarily taking the veterinarian-given capsule of slaughtering poison. They were joined by Yamazaki, a pet shop employee at the garage. Before Kawasaki arrived, Kazama's driver Yamazaki bought something at a nearby petrol station. Yamazaki returned to find Kawasaki dead. Zakin threatened to kill Yamazaki, who was in shock, and inquired for his kid's health. Zakin then asked Yamazaki to assist him. Yamazaki eventually provided a toilet and helped transfer and abandon the body. Yamazaki helped Kazama park Kawasaki's car underground near a station. The following day, they disassembled Kawasaki's body in Yamazaki's bathroom, put his bones and valuables in a barrel and burned them. Other evidence was dumped in a riverside forest. The perfect crime was their goal, but someone noticed. This Yakuza member was close to Sakina. Endo Yasutoshi helped Sakina with consumer complaints and arbitrated. After Kawasaki disappeared, Endo and his driver, Yakue Suzumu, became suspicious. Endo demanded and threatened to register Sakina's land and structure, believing he and his wife killed Kawasaki. Finally, Sakina and Kazama killed Endo. Sakina and Kazama summoned Endo to meet to hand over the registration on July 21, 1993, and convinced Endo and driver Wakui to consume Kawasaki's nutritional supplement, disguised as a medicine pill. They took the capsule voluntarily and without suspicion. Soon after, Endo fainted, but Wakui didn't. After being surprised, Sakina enticed Wakui to the street by saying they needed to call an ambulance. Wakui died from the pills on the way. To hide the body, they dissected and sliced it up in Yamazaki's house. Yamazaki said Sakina and Kazama dismembered the body with expertise and ease, even humming like Kawasaki. Not only were Endo and Wakui's mutilated bodies left in a riverside forest. Sakine wanted Sekiguchi Chinitsu, the mother of a former employee, a female customer. Sakine was trusted by Sekiguchi, therefore he persuaded her to invest in Africa Kennel. Sakina got Sekiguchi's August 26, 1993 investment. He gave her a medicine tablet again, unlike before. Sakina allegedly committed this crime alone. One of the dog lover serial killers was apprehended in Osaka on January 26, 1994. Since it resembled dog lover missing people instances, the media covered it widely. Reporters descended on Africa Kennel, where 4 dog lovers went missing in Saitama Prefecture, and it was determined that all of them had connections to the dog business owner, highlighting Sakina and Kazama. They blatantly denied wrongdoing. Yamazaki couldn't handle it and had to join in. Yamazaki excused himself to police in his fragile mental state and disappeared with his wife. Police sought for Yamazaki's wife, who had a history of fraud, and accused her of embezzling $384,000. Yamazaki admitted all crimes on December 3, 1994. His confession included a vow to assist with prosecutors. His confession helped authorities find the victims' corpses and possessions, and Sakina and Kazama were arrested on January 5, 1995. 4 people were poisoned: Kawasaki on April 20, 1993, Endo and Wakui on July 21, and Sekiguchi, Sakina's mistress, on August 26. Yamazaki suddenly refused to testify after cancelling his plea arrangement with prosecutors. This prolonged the trial, and Sakina and Kazama blamed each other. Both maintained they weren't responsible, but the judge found them both conspired and committed the crimes. The execution occurred on March 21, 2001. On July 11, 2005, the Tokyo High Court upheld the initial verdict and dismissed the couple's further appeals. On June 5, 2009, the country's highest court upheld the death penalty judgment after the pair appealed again. Yamazaki was threatened by the pair and never committed a murder, the court said. He was freed from prison in August 1998 after 3 years. The 1984 disappearance of at least 3 Sakine-related men and women still puzzles many. They vanished, and the media only reported 3 missing people. There were several suspicious death tips, therefore there may have been more. Only the accomplice's testimony corroborated the evidence. The couple never admitted guilt. Sakine was still enthralled by his body eradication abilities. He grotesquely destroyed evidence by chopping the bodies into steak-sized pieces at his employee's house and feeding them to river fish. He torched the leftover bones, clothes, and other items in a barrel and sprayed the ashes in the woods. In prison, Sakine's health declined, and he died on March 27, 2017. Kazama remains at Tokyo Detention House. A Buddhist monk who survived Sakine was interviewed on Japanese television, bringing this story back to light. When he was 20, Miki, the monk, met the perpetrator in university. Forkem separated his university dorm and the dog business. When Miki and his pals visited the shop, the proprietor offered Miki 150,000 yen a month to walk dogs twice a week for 15 minutes. Miki considered the offer but delayed. Men gave the students canned coffee, which Miki drank. Miki declined the position after the dormitory teacher cautioned him not to be greedy as a monk. Miki drank bottled coffee from the shopkeeper the next day. Miki returned to the shop a third time and rejected another coffee, leaving. Miki learned from his dormitory teacher 3 years later that the shop owner was arrested for serial murder. Before his friend told him a frightening story of encountering Sakine in a jailhouse visiting room, he didn't think much of it. An acquaintance said Sakine told a Miki story. All except one of the monk's canned coffees proved poisonous. The monk chose poison-free canned coffees all 3 times he visited the establishment. Miki's story suggested the couple's misdeeds began before 1993. There may be many more examples than the 4 they cannot refute due to evidence. All done for today. Thanks for watching. Thank you.